Sex was always a taboo subject on commercial television. All you had to say was bedroom, and the censors would hyperventilate, except when Lucy had her baby. But sex was never taboo on HBO. And as we were screening the past shows, we found that quite a few comedians went beyond the bedroom stage.
Not to avoid the subject of sex. You don't teach them that sex is dirty, you teach them that adultery is dirty. And the ironic thing is that the same adults who commit adultery all the time teach children that sex is dirty. They shouldn't hear about it, but you're allowed to commit adultery. You're allowed to be vulgar and filthy, and you're allowed to defraud somebody in a marital relationship, but they shouldn't hear about sex. The lowest thing on earth is a person who would commit adultery. Get out.
Every time I see a yield sign on the highway, I feel sexually threatened.
A 74-year-old widower goes to Florida for a vacation. At the hotel, he meets an adorable little widow, 70. Within 2 or 3 days, they realize they're quite compatible. They have much in common. They begin discussing that situation, living together without getting married. She says, I happen to like you very good. You look to me like a fine boy. 74. But before we start out to think about what's going to be with us, what's with you the financial? Well, he says, I got stocks and bonds. I got real estate. Sold my small appliance business to Westinghouse. Now they want to sell it back to me. And what's with you? Well, she says, with me, thanks to God, my husband was a good provider. Provider. P-how-ho-we-hi-dee-hee-haw. Left me a big policy, I ain't got but nothing to worry. Well, he says, in this case, tomorrow morning we'll hire a limousine. That's an automobile. We'll go to look for a condominium. You wouldn't mind if it's only one bedroom? She says, what the hell I care? When I go all the way, border. But make sure it's a king-size bed. Because I'm a restless sleeper. In the middle of the night, I might kick you, and I don't want to hurt you. But one thing we got to have, unquestioned, 2 toilets. He says, why, you expect company? She says, no, you don't understand. You see, if we only got 1 toilet, I take a lot physics. And I ain't got time to wait for you to come out. So we got to have a his toilet and a hers toilet. He said, this could be arranged. She said, just one more question. What's with you, the sex situation? He says, infrequently. She says, is this 1 or 2 words?
I don't have any sex appeal. Near's Fruit of the Loom shorts with the fruit still in it.
Well, let's be honest about it. If you need a shirt, you have a right to buy it. But if you need sex, you can't. What's more important, a shirt or sex? In your case, a shirt.
Two girls are talking. One of them asked the other and said, do you smoke when you finish? The other said, I don't know, I ain't never looked.
And ladies, believe me, with much respect, I wouldn't embarrass you for a moment. He told me if proculation of the race, connubial humping, intermittent impregnance, washing up after. He drew me a diaphragm. He told me everything. And I laughed right in his face. I went, ha, 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 sir. You don't expect me to believe that decent people, nice ladies with coiffures and earrings, and gentlemen with pressed suits and matching jerkins would do that? Nay, orangutans perhaps in the zoo would do that, but decent people wouldn't do it. Eleanor Roosevelt never done that.
Adam? Yes, Lord. Our family must multiply. You must make love to Eve. What's making love, Lord? Come here, Adam.
Lord?
Yes, Adam?
What's a headache?
we are living in the midst of the world's greatest sexual revolution. And what do you want to bet? I end up on the losing side. Fang and I went to a wife-swapping party. He traded me for 3 gum wrappers and a baseball card.